Today I want to talk about Claude Dispatch and how it changed my life as a software engineer. Basically, I have a Claude desktop app on my Mac. It's on Windows also if you need. And you have Claude on your phone with Claude Dispatch. Have an app like Dskin for remote desktop. That's the core. After that, it's beautiful. You have Claude projects in Cowork. So Dispatch basically controls Claude Cowork and Claude Code. Basically, it's like an extension of your desktop Claude app. You will set up projects, or you'll point Claude to where these projects are that you want to work on, and then you'll tell it, hey, go work on such project, do this thing in Dispatch on your phone, and it'll start working on whatever project you want. Give it whatever task you want it to do. If, say it's a web app, right? You can have the Claude Chrome extension and you can have it validate its work before it pings you back. That way you don't get pinged with these stupid errors like, oh, the error failed and some big red error that something went wrong. You don't get that because it validates itself through the Chrome extension. It'll go to your local host and it'll see whatever it's building and it'll validate it. If you're doing a backend thing, create an MCP for it if you can, or create your own MCP to your own backend. I did it. I use Railway, so I pretty much have a Railway MCP that Claude uses to like debug errors and stuff, and that works very nicely. So it goes and it pings me back when it's done in Dispatch. Now, why am I using Dispatch and not Code on my phone? Mainly, it's because you want to have everything like in one place. You want to have your main computer kind of doing the brunt of the work. So if you have like local environment stuff set up already that you don't want to have to deal with Cloud Compute doing it on the cloud, you can do that, and it makes life easier. And honestly, it just works for me. You can use Koku, but the flow could be different. And also, Dispatch does things with Cowork. So if somebody asks you for a document, you can ask Dispatch to go talk to Cowork and pick up the document that you need. It'll upload it to you if you ask it to, and you can press the arrow to share. You can send that in an email to whoever asked for the document, and it's like your right hand person that's always at your computer. Now I'm gonna break your brain for a minute. Get ready, this is gonna be good. Sub agents. I love sub agents because I can be like, here, you're gonna work on my app. It's an iOS app. You're gonna use the Xcode command line commands to validate your work, make sure that it builds and runs. Fine, go for it. Sub agent. On another agent, I'll be like, hey, I need you to work on my landing page for such thing. On another agent, hey, I need you to document this process that I talked with you such day, a new API. We're gonna document it, and you have 3 different things going at once, and you can have it notify you when each of them are done, so that way you don't have to just sit there waiting for it to complete. Claude Dispatch has this automatically. Like it has access to your notifications on your phone, or you can use something like IFTTT and have like a webhook that just sends you a notification. That's overkill. You could just tell Claude. It really helps so that like you can be sitting in a beach with your phone in your hand and work and get clients and be productive. It's really neat. Now I want to talk about where some of the gotchas and caveats that people don't do. If you're using Dispatch and Cowork a lot to write code and do things, you want to have a folder somewhere on your computer that essentially is like a memory MD. Because let me explain. Like, you want to have a few things like a memory MD, kind of jot down important things. Oh, hey, remind me next time we touch this project to do such, and you have a memory just to remember important things. You have a Claude MD. Give it a limitation. Do not pass 200 lines. You can reference other MDs in Claude MD. So it's a tree of MD files, and it knows how to like organize the file. So think of it like Claude MD is your source of truth, and each other MD files is mentioned in Claude MD, so Claude knows what to pick up. In this case, you can have a Claude MD somewhere in your computer that is all across cowork, and you can just kind of tell Claude that, and that Claude MD and its MD files around it. You can have one. One I like to have is like gotchas. Have a gotchas file, a gotcha MD file that essentially tells you. You can say, hey, you messed this up. I do this a lot, by the way. I'm like, you messed this up. Please add it to the gotcha file so that you do not make the same mistake again. So that's what the gotcha file is for. Now, about me MD, it's probably one of my favorites. It's all your information, and pretty much like whatever is shareable to the AI. So your name, your email, multiple email addresses that you may have, your addresses, if you have multiple phone numbers, things like that. Why I do that is if I'm filling out papers or important forms, you can have it kind of play autofill, and you can have, if you have like the DocuSign extension, you can have it fill up everything up and then input it in DocuSign, and you just go and sign it, and you're done with your day. So that is like about me. That's the way I have it. I have it like, oh, I am an iOS developer. I work in such place. Everything about you that you may like to put on the AI. Think of it like this is how the AI gets to know you. And one way you can set this about me MD file is tell it create an about me.md file and ask me questions about myself. Ask me, get to know me. It will ask you questions for like 10 minutes straight, but trust me, it's gonna be worth it. And this isn't without getting into like the whole second brain thing. That's another video in itself. But having the gotcha, the memory, and about me is enough to like get you started. Make sure that Claude references those in the Claude MD. This is a computer-wide folder that Claude uses to like do things in Cowork and Dispatch. For Claude Code, the same MD files could be applied, but they're per repository, so a little more personal, I guess, a little more related to that repository. But Cowork is like your secretary that does things for you, so it's more project-wide. And maybe that's another point of using Cowork that I like, is that you can have it pull up context from a prior event because you told it to store it somewhere in your computer. Yeah, that's kind of the gist of how I use Dispatch and Cowork together. I haven't carried my personal computer, obviously, for like my own projects. I haven't carried that computer around ever, like since 3 months ago, basically. Like since I started really using Claude, I haven't had any. Like I'll have it spinned up, just sitting there. But lately, I'm actually working on getting a cloud-based Mac Mini through Mac Mini Stadium, just so that I can just have that always running and I don't have to worry about anything. Honestly, the era of laptops are just going to become rarer with AI, because you can have the AI do something from your phone to a computer that's sitting somewhere in the cloud or in your desk. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to start a conversation in the comments about whatever, you have questions or you want to learn more, let's talk in the comments. See you in the next video. I'm trying to see if I can do one long form video a week. The rest will be short forms, but yeah, stay tuned.